Hello and welcome to the Product Marketing Festival. We have some fantastic sessions on the agenda for you today, but before we jump in, I have a very exciting announcement to make. The Product Marketing Awards are back for 2022 and I'm delighted to announce that nominations are now open. We received a whopping 181 new unique nominations last year, and this year we want even more PMM pioneers to be recognised. We have 7 top-notch categories for you to get involved in, and we can't wait to shout about the incredible product marketing talent within our community. The categories are Product Marketing Leader of the Year, Product Marketing Team of the Year, Product Marketing MVP of the Year, Product Marketing Newcomer of the Year, Positioning and Messaging Maestro of the Year, Product Launch of the Year, and Top Companies to Work in Product Marketing. Nominations are now open but must close on August 19th. So what are you waiting for? Spread the word, get your nominations in and celebrate those product marketing superstars that continue to go the extra mile. We'll be sharing a link to the nomination page in the chat throughout the day, so keep a lookout for that. We're also here if you have any questions, so please feel free to reach out via Slack or email. Now, after all the excitement, I just want to say a huge thank you to our sponsors, speakers, and you, our lovely audience, for joining us today at the festival. Please make the most of these sessions by asking your questions and sharing your feedback in the comment section of the video. So with that, let's get back to the sessions.
Hello to all amazing people here. My name is Lisa. I'm an engineer by background, and somewhere in 2012, I started working in marketing and later in product marketing. I led marketing and product marketing functions at 4 high-growth startups: Files, Abstract, We Love No Code, Flawless App. In my previous company, I generated $3.6 million in annual recurring revenue with 30% month-over-month growth. It was Love No Code. And previously, I was leading all developer marketing for SDK at Abstract. It's a $54 million in funding design company. And before that, Abstract bought my own startup called Flawless App, where I've been responsible for all go-to-markets for almost 5 years. Now I'm working in a consultancy capacity as a product marketing executive, helping teams to build marketing and product marketing from scratch. So based on my very hands-on experience, we'll talk today about how you can build repeatable go-to-market playbooks from scratch. So we'll cover short introduction into what is go-to-market, what are go-to-market playbooks, why do you need them, and talk about 3 fundamental documents: launch calendar, go-to-market framework, and go-to-market brief. And the last one is how to get executive buy-in to implement all of those playbooks in your company. Let's get started. So for those of you who are new to product marketing and listening to this talk, go-to-market is a process of bringing a new product or an existing product to the market. It consists of go-to-market strategy and go-to-market execution. Strategy helps you to focus on the right user persona, right value proposition, and the best marketing channels to deliver this value to users. Go-to-market strategy directs all of your marketing efforts on achieving the product launch objectives in the most efficient way based on your on your expertise, on available researches, on user feedback, while go-to-market execution is a tactical plan on how to make your strategy a reality. It's a project management part of our work where we align all of team of what is a launch about, what needs to be done. We create briefs, tasks for cross-functional teams, and help with execution. And go-to-market comes at all shapes and forms. You can be working on minimum viable products when you are not sure if you have product market fit. You can work with go-to-markets for new products with which you want to get a new audience or get better engagement for current product. You can work with go-to-markets for new features, for product updates, to increase adoption and usage of your current products for the current user base. You can work on go-to-markets for plugins, integrations, API, SDK. Go-to-markets can also be applied to rebranding and redesigns, as you see on the screen. And we can also do go-to-markets for lead generation products and different type of partnership. This is really a lot. I was lucky to work with all of different type of launches, and there are so many moving parts. And the faster your company is moving, especially if it's a high growth startup, the harder it gets to handle all of those go-to-markets. That's why playbook is so important, and that's here they become very useful because they structure all of your launch activities. Playbook, in an essence, is a documented step-by-step process which you have during your launch that helps your team to stay focused, organized, accountable. Basically, it's a manual that describes workflow, procedures, and the role of each person during your product launch. The purpose of Playbook is to help companies run go-to-market smoothly and effectively. And I believe that go-to-market playbooks and generally product marketing playbooks are foundation of product marketing function in general. And I would love to talk a little bit more why playbooks are so cool, because they add predictability to your launches and structure. So the timeline is more likely to be met with less stress across all of the cross-functional teams if you have a playbook and everyone knows what's happening during go-to-market. Playbooks allow you to have repeatable process which increase quality of the final outcome. Would it be marketing deliverables or brief or anything we create during our work. Also, playbooks adds visibility into how product marketing is working. So everyone in a company can see our processes, our playbooks, and know what we actually do and how it works. Also, they make cross-functional collaboration much easier because they define roles during the process. For example, what is the role of product marketing and product management? What is the role of product marketing and product marketing and analytical team? So playbooks define ownership, who owns what. Also, they make faster employee onboarding because when someone new is joining, the person can just learn from existing processes and playbooks. Just some of the example of playbooks which we usually have in our function. Those cooperation flow between product management and product marketing, which can be a diagram. How do you take product from the idea to your research, then release, then launch together with product management function. It can be launch calendar, go-to-market framework, go-to-market briefs. It can be marketing channel playbooks for every marketing channel you work with during your launch. It can be a retrospective process, analytical template, and many more. We'll focus on three main ones, which would be calendar, framework, and brief. And let's jump straight to the calendar. So, calendar is a company-wide document with planned go-to-market dates and high-level information about the launches. It is a core document which set up the basis for go-to-market to happen on time. It's not a project management calendar for product release. It's not a sequence of marketing events you have during launch. It's exactly what you see on slide right now. It's launches and dates, ideally with like some information to have high level view. Sometimes it's tricky to get specific dates. Sometimes it's feel like, oh, it's a product managers who should take care about the release date, then let us know and we will do our planning based on the product management estimation. Sometimes it looks like the launch calendar exists on some executive level and you just need to follow executive agendas. In my humble opinion, when product marketing drives go-to-markets, the product marketing team should own the launch calendar, make it, oversee it, be sure everything goes on time. So we should have a final word here. And how to make launch calendar in your company if you don't have one, and usually startups and high growth companies, they don't have it. So first one, you find if any calendar exists in any shape or form, so you can base on that. Second step, you align with strategic goals, ask for company main objectives, milestones for this year, for this quarter, maybe for 2 years, for 3 years, if you have that. And just to figure out what's already planned, because every launch of a new product, every go-to-market is an evolution of some OKR planning, because on strategic level, someone decides that we need to launch that. So it exists somewhere. Second step, you align with product development. Ask product management team what they have on their plate for this year, for this quarter, or even for this month, if you have very short-term planning. Do you have any big releases? Do you have any product updates? Do you have some bug fixes which needs to go into production? Do you have some integrations? Do you have some partnerships? What is the technical readiness of a planned release? Sometimes it's really beneficial to go talk to technical leads to get their timeline as well. Next step, you align with all of the teams who have influence on go-to-markets. So some marketing team, community, partnership, PR, business development. Ask those teams if they have some big announcement, maybe planned community events, maybe planned partnerships, maybe planned promo campaigns, like Black Friday, which is a big one, right? By getting those part of the puzzle together, when teams are busy and when having your product launch would conflict with their own interest and their own agenda, and you don't want to have that. Next step, when you outline all of the information from other teams, you need to understand your own capacity. So outline what are your deliverables for this quarter, how many go-to-markets can you handle per quarter, per year. Your team has limited time. So you need to define how many launches you as a product marketer or product marketing leader can run with available team members. And other deliverables you have, because we also work on sales enablement, on different type of researches. So go-to-markets is not the only thing we do in our day-to-day job. Okay, step number 6 and step number 7. Based on the company objectives, inputs from all of the cross-functional teams, your own capacity, you come up with a list of the most impactful launches for this quarter or this year, and you define possible dates. It can be not the final dates, but it's better to start even with the tentative ones. Then you align and reiterate, and you get approval from leadership. So this is a calendar you will go for the next defined timeline. Wow, so if you overcome challenges of getting inputs from all of the cross-functional teams, the next challenge is to make sure that all involved teams and leadership actually accept your launch calendar and treat it as a company-wide initiative. How to make it happen? So you share your calendar on Slack channel, you share it on company all hands. You basically share it everywhere where you can. You can even pin it to your Slack channel. You can run meetings if it's needed, because visibility and alignment, that's what will make your launch calendar work. Perfect. So next one, you create your calendar. Now you want to work on your go-to-market playbook. So launch framework outlines how you launch your products. In my opinion, it's the most important playbook which you should have in your team. It's a documented workflow followed by everyone in product marketing and other teams, which says steps which you take to put product to market. You can call it product launch process, go-to-market playbook, go-to-market guidelines, whatever you want. In an essence, it shows steps all of you take to put product to market. Those steps should be super clear for all cross-functional teams. So for no one, go-to-market would be a surprise. Like everyone knows exactly what they're doing, and those steps repeatable every time. They might be changed based on the tires and importance of the release, but in an essence, they are the same. Let's talk a little bit more how it looks on practice, so it would be easy to understand. So go-to-market framework can consist of different steps, but usually you want to have step when you align with product management or technical team on the release readiness. You want to align with executive team on expectation from every go-to-market. You want to understand how the product works. It can be in a way that product management team makes you a demo, or you learn product yourself, so you understand it. You want to have a step when you define go-to-market strategy, positioning, value prop. You do all of your preparation and research to share this information with teams who would execute. Then you take all of this information and you put it into the product marketing brief and into the go-to-market brief. You fill it with execution plan, what needs to be done, what needs to be delivered. Then this briefing with high-level information, everything about product, go-to-market strategy, everything about launch plan, you put to the briefing meeting. When you explain this to everyone, then we will have a lot of product marketing management, project management. So basically when you manage, so everything would be done during the go-to-market. After that, you might give a feedback, you might have a step with QA for all of the deliverables to be sure they're up to the quality you expect. Again, give feedback, and then you have the step when you have actual launch itself, launch execution day or week or 2 weeks, and then you have post-launch retro. Those are the possible steps, and it really depends on how your startup, your company, your organization works. And how to make such framework for yourself, because they basically would be very customizable based on your needs. First step, you find out if any go-to-market framework exists. What was the typical workflow for your product launches before? Do you have any documentation? How did it work previously? You get all of that information. Step number 2, you use existing go-to-market workflow and you add missing parts to it. So what works before, you just add what step was missing. Then you get inputs on go-to-market framework from cross-functional team leads who will be involved in go-to-markets, get input from leadership, so all of the steps will be documented. Again, you align, reiterate, get approvals, feedback. You form the document itself. It can be a diagram, it can be a Notion document, it can be some mirror board with different steps shown visually, and you bring visibility to it, same as you would do with launch calendar. Because you actually need to evangelize all of the go-to-market playbooks, especially go-to-market framework, among other teams, and put it in the spotlight all the time. If it's hidden somewhere in your Notion or in your Google Drive, there would be very high chance that no one would ever look to it, and your go-to-market process again would be messy. You need to follow the playbook yourself, and you need to ask other team members to follow it as well. So the last document we would talk today is a go-to-market brief. It is a document which is used to align all of the team members around the launch and provide all needed information inside the document. Launch brief can be done together with a task management template in a project management tool. So preparing go-to-market brief is one of the steps of your go-to-market framework. Let's talk about some typical parts of go-to-market brief, so you can create a go-to-market brief template for yourself later on. You usually want to have launch introduction, which covers what this launch is about, just like one-liner objective, let's say 20% growth in downloads after the release in the next 3 months. What is the type of release? Is it a feature, update? Is it like plugin? What is the tire? For this release, you want to cover high-level timeline. So whenever someone opens the document, she or he sees high-level what is the dates, which has the team involved. You can use DASI model. I will send that in the comments later on how it works. You can also mention communication channel for everyone who can easily find it. Find communication about your launch. Also, probably you would love to add product description where you talk how the product works, what are the features, you give some demo. You might want to add problem which your product is solving for your current user, talking about impact of this problem, some examples, maybe like numbers, how much time it saves, how much effort is less thanks to this product. So you describe all of the problem pieces. You might want to add target audience, which is basically personas and use cases. What are the typical use cases for this persona with your solution? Usually you work with personas which is already defined. If you have someone new, you need to link to search for the new personas you have. You also might want to add value proposition, could be a value proposition canvas, just showcasing what value your feature brings, talking about key messages for different persona with this value, talking about one-liner, short, long description. I also might want to add go-to-market strategy, which is a high-level view, how would you achieve your go-to-market objectives with available resources. You might want to cover go-to-market execution, which is basically your plan for other teams to work on. Could be launch deliverables, would it be email, social, blog, paid? It could be also project management part. When is deliverables prepared? Who is preparing them? A very detailed task specification, different angles which you want to add. Also, you can add here a launch plan with a timeline which goes live. And when you can have it in your brief, you can have it as a connected links to specific tickets in your task management system or any other way you would find relevant for project managing your launch process. You also might want to add analytics and metrics. Whatever you find useful, you might add to go-to-market briefs, or other teams will be able to execute on it. Okay, and how to make go-to-market brief template for you, knowing your specific needs. First step, you analyze go-to-market briefs which your team used before. What information cross-functional teams might need, like marketing, content, social, paid, design, support, what they would need to know. How did they manage to do those tasks before, so you understand which task management system to add there. Where have been the gaps, what was unclear during previous launches. If you have retrospective, you can get it from there. So based on all of that, all of the information you get, you can use some free available templates and customize them, or use your own and customize it, knowing all of the information you found on the step number 1. I put some examples of briefs on the slide, which you can download for yourself. I will send them right now into the comments. They can be done in Google Doc, in Atlassian Confluence, in Coda, in Asana. So in Asana, it's more like task management part. You can use them and customize for yourself. You can also, ask fellow product marketers how do they do briefing, which brief formats they use. For example, ask in a product marketing alliance Slack from other product marketers which brief template they use. Then when you define your template, you define where to host it. Would it be something in Notion? Would it be in Coda? Would it be in Airtable? Well, you will have tasks right inside the brief or outside. We will have a project management template, maybe in Jira, Linear, Airtable, whatever. Then you align, iterate, get feedback. Go-to-market briefs should suit other team needs. So those team actually will execute on your brief. So you really need to listen to them and make it understandable for them. After all of the iterations and improvements, you form the document with a final template, which you use for all of the go-to-market as one gold standard, and you bring visibility to it. Perfect. All of those sounds super cool, and now the most tricky part. You have created all of your playbooks. You have created calendar, you have created go-to-market playbook, go-to-market framework, go-to-market brief, how to get executive buy-ins. If you work in a high-growth startup, you know that sometimes speed is more preferable than strategy or processes or documentation. All of the playbooks will not work unless you get a full support from company leadership. So on the slide, I outlined several tactics to get executive team buy-in. Just some of the tips. You need to align all of your go-to-market playbooks to the company OKRs and company strategy, meaningful milestones, North Star, or even mission. For example, company OKRs to get 10 million RRR in a year, so predictable go-to-market with the playbooks can give predictable number of leads and achieve our goal. You can tailor your story to different people and their needs, their goals. For example, director of marketing would be more interested to know how to reduce load on his team as well as stress and go-to-markets. All of the go-to-market playbooks can help there. Go-to-market framework shows specific steps team does every time, so there is no random tasks. Perfect. You can present in a digestible format because someone loves presentation, someone loves bullet points, someone loves long discussions, and you really need to do it in a way that leadership will understand it. You also need to frame problem in a business language so everyone will understand it. You can use a social proof. For example, sometimes telling that the favorite company of the founder or of some executive have these go-to-market playbooks can be a huge emotional driver because we want to be like that successful unicorn startup. So to get there, we need to copy their best practices, which is go-to-market playbooks. Also, you need to speak at the right time because if you speak when everyone busy and have some like end of the quarter, it just won't work. You can also ask, just like to get alliance, to ask someone from leadership team who already support you to help the push decision forward. Also, you need to always think how to take job out of the leadership shoulders. Whenever you can, propose shortcuts so other teams will not need to do extra work. So leadership will not see implementing your playbooks as a distraction, right? You can also ask someone who led some changes in the company before, ask how he or she moved those changes forward. And also, you just need to give it some time. Implementing changes, especially playbooks, they take time. So keep driving the initiative and eventually it will work. I hope all of those tips will help you build your own go-to-market playbooks as a successful foundation of your product marketing function and your product marketing team. I'm happy to stay in touch and answer any questions you have via LinkedIn.